Hello and welcome back, everyone. Tone here, ready to continue this slice and dice run, and not just continue it, but finish it, because we are on floor 20 of our current unfair run. I'll just do a very quick recap, since it's just one floor left here. And our curses are worst items, -3. Whoa. Which means we, interesting. It means we have not many great items for this stage of the game, and we also have some curse items from this pushing our item rewards into the negative. And we have frail edges, so our top and bottom heroes take double damage if we do not give them block. We have the Eccentric, Valkyrie, Fate, and Artificer, and we are choosing our tier 3 orange right now, or we could skip if we would really like to. And we are playing the hand with honestly a party I don't think functions that great against the hand, because we have a lot of like big pip single use sides. The parties you want to build for the hand, and this may have been an error on my part in not picking heroes that work well against the hand to begin with, which is something you should be considering throughout the run when you're picking your heroes. I think we were just trying to survive most of this run though, so I wasn't thinking that far ahead. But usually you want stuff that like synergizes with this +1 to all sides. Like the wizard that we skipped over earlier is like a good example of something that is very good against the hand, because they have a bunch of sides that do more than one thing but are low pip, so they become like twice as good in a lot of ways when all these single pip sides become 2 pip sides from the hands buff. Fate with these two sides is pretty decent with them, and there's actually an argument to leave this wand grips off of that side, because now this is going from 2 to 3. Although I don't know what I would put wand grips on otherwise. It's an interesting question, because we're going to have to win this fight fast. I actually don't hate the juggler here, because they are a unit that synergizes well with the hands upgrade. Like, does this guy just do more damage than these guys? They might. I was thinking about throwing triangle and sharp shot, so these are 5 damage sides versus the hand. So it gives +1 to these 3 damage sides. But these are already just like 4 damage sides that we can roll more than once. We can leave triangle on something like Fate. I might keep the juggler. Am I talking myself into this? I think I'm talking myself into this. One thing I was considering was putting the first aid kit on whatever tier 3 we take, which I would not do if we keep the juggler, because this dude has a 4 damage poison cleave attack, and we don't have a lot of cleanse. So you know what? I think we need to kill this guy fast, which is always a strategy, but without cleanse, I think we need to kill them really fast. I don't know how we're going to do that, because I don't have big burst damage or like combos. Unless I can get the Fate Strand thing to proc. I'm thinking about skipping now. I guess getting a big pristine hit turn 1 is pretty nice. Maybe the Fencer's pretty good in this fight, actually. Try to get this and keep them at full health. We have like a big health boost from the Artificer that can help keep them at full health. We don't have a lot of block though, because we use Undying, which means we usually keep people at low health, not full health. I don't think that's reason enough to do that. I might keep the juggler here. Feels weird. but I think I might do that. Otherwise, this is like these are like 6 damage sides. These are like 2 damage sides once the sabers are gone. These are 4 damage sides. I don't think Copycat is amazing for us. The most value we get out of it is like some mana gain. I don't know if we want to use it on single use. I guess we would use it on single use if we got poison out of it. Screw it. I'm keeping the juggler. They have as much health as these dudes. I think this guy just might end up being more net damage output. Or is the fencer just more damage output because of these 3 sides? Because this will still be 4 damage when they're not pristine. Oops. This guy will have 4 damage, 6 damage sides, while you have 2 and 3, or 4 and 6. They're kind of similar in that regard. So this guy has multiple 6 damage sides. You have more sides in general that can hit though, and you have the shield, which is pretty good with the frail edges. Ooh, that's a tough choice. So now I'm actually liking the juggler more overall. Except I kind of like this pristine to try and get some big hits on the hand. Although this is really only 8 damage anyways. Unless I throw triangle on this, which I probably won't. Dude, I'm skipping. I don't know if it's the right choice, but it's what I'm gonna do. Oh man. No, that's terrible. Yeah, I think Wand stays on the Fate. This becomes like a huge shield heal mana gain. And we need to win in like 2 or 3 turns, I feel like. I don't think this is going to be a... We can allow this to be a long fight. Who gets the Wretched Crown is the big question. There's an argument for the Valkyrie to get it, because they can heal people or revive people. But also, they're the gray in the middle, and the hand has 2 really deadly cleave attacks, so that means they're most likely to get hit by cleave. I think I might like this on the eccentric still. Eccentric dies to this 8 damage side if they don't get blocked. This is gonna be a tough fight. I think we just click play and see what happens. I'll leave this on the eccentric. Definitely gonna put these on someone. I don't think anyone gets lead boots. I think that kind of makes the juggler worse. So I think we want to try to hit these like multiple times in a turn. Like get 2 cantrip procs and then our hit. These are, the lead boots give you a higher bonus when this is 1 damage and 2 damage. When you're going from 2 to 3 and 3 to 4, they're not as good anymore. I think Fate keeps triangle. Guess you keep glass shard. Doesn't hurt anything. Give you the spells, I guess. Does item order matter on any of these guys? No. Alright, let's run with it. Okay, this is what I didn't want to see. Although... No. Actually... Huh. Okay. Let me just walk you through that roller coaster of expressions you just heard my brain go through. So Strand, heal 2, spell rescue. Cost is refunded if it saves a hero. If we save the Wretched Crown, I believe it'll count as saving everyone else that is dying that turn, which there's only one extra hero here, so maybe that doesn't matter. So I was looking at ways to make that proc on the Eccentric, which this heals, so you have to save them through 2 healing. They actually don't have empty hit points, so we can't make that work unless we make them hurt themselves first with pain. But yeah, I don't think that matters much here, because everyone else is taking more damage anyways. Wow, you know what I didn't consider that I should have considered? Is the hit points on these guys, because leaving you with only 7 hit points means that this all enemies attack kills. Although I guess everything kills you if we don't block anyways, and blocking saves you from that. Okay, so that works. Okay, I think we do reroll this. We reroll that. Poison is pretty nice to get on the hand early, but it also kind of gimps our early ability to like take out these sabers, which I think will be important. I think we reroll this, even though that shield's pretty freaking good. I think we want to try and kill this saber to save the Eccentric. This poison has to wait, I think. This charge side, these 5 mana sides feel pretty valuable in this fight. So that means I'm rerolling everyone, I think? Yeah, let's go. Okay, we got 5 mana on the Fate, which feels pretty good. I'll take damage on the Eccentric. 10 damage from the Valkyrie sounds like something we want to keep. If we can. You reroll this because it literally does nothing this turn. And do I take a guaranteed 2 damage, or do I take 4... a 2/3 chance for like way more damage? I think we rolled this because even the shield we're okay with. Okay. This looks solid. We have 10 mana to play with. I can actually hex this saber. Kill them cheaply. How do we save you? We just need to... you get saved just by killing the saber. Okay. So we need to hit something with the Valkyrie. Honestly, I think we just put the Valkyrie 10 damage into the hand. We just use Hex here, it's really mana efficient. And then this kills you. And we have to block for you guys. And we still have 30 damage of hand to get through, but at least for now, everyone survives. Yikes. Am I supposed to let the Exert Sword live? No, because if you live, the Fate dies no matter what. Would have been good to let you live. I guess Undying would have been pretty good here, but I don't know. Doing 10 damage was just so appealing. But yeah, Undying is really good versus the Saber, Exert, and Death sides. We'll just have to keep that in mind in the future. I don't think it makes sense this turn. Maybe I should have considered that while we were rolling stuff, but I think this is what we're gonna do at this point. Yeesh, everyone is on low health. Okay. You're just gonna petrify the heck out of the juggler, which I think is fine. I think we just let the juggler die? They're on the edges, so they're not someone that's good to keep alive, just to absorb damage, unless they decide to petrify them again next turn. So I think this possibly saves them from dying. We're taking 10, I'd block for 5 and heal for 5. Yeah, that would leave them alive, but they would be a literal statue. I think we take your damage as well. Because none of these sides really do anything else this turn, because you can't heal. We just let you do damage. Too bad it's not getting doubled this time. This side's not bad on you, although I think we want to try and hit that charge side. I'm going to reroll all of these. Take that. I think this is worth rerolling. That charge side is huge. Poison's better. Mana's fine. So yeah, we have 4 out of 6 is pretty... Honestly, this is fine too. So we'll reroll that. I'm going to reroll the juggler as well. The only thing I'm iffy on is the Valkyrie, but I don't think there's a ton of value in letting the juggler stay alive when it's just the hand left. I guess they can target like the eccentric with cleave, which means one less person's taking damage if I keep the juggler alive. Yeah, let's do the damage. I can save the juggler with fate if I really want to. This does indeed save you. Wait, can I just win this turn? We can. Alright, I told you it had to be a quick win. And we got there. What a scary fight. Like, when fights come down to this, like, we got lucky with his roll on the second turn. Like, that was like the ideal outcome for their second turn. If that was like 7 damage to all, and we only won by 1 mana here. If the juggler rolled 1 less, and like he was doing an AoE attack, we could have been quite screwed. Obviously, we'd have taken different dice there. Like, Valkyrie would have played defensively, and we probably would have been fine to win the next turn. But yeah, that was like razor thin to survive there. What a close fight, but wow. We survived the worst items gambit there. That was this was a lot worse than I realized because of those curse items. And like, the worst part about the curse items is they're presented as rewards, which, I mean, that's just an insult, but also you don't get to pick them at the beginning like you would pick curses. There's kind of randomized what you get. You get a little bit of agency to pick them, but not a lot. So we did ultimately get handcuffs was fine, and I liked this because as long as you don't die, excuse me, as long as you don't die there, well, you know, it quote-unquote doesn't have an impact on your run. But you'll notice this might have had more impact on my run than like a lot of other factors, because it's like the only reason we took Valkyrie. We took a lot of stuff just to mitigate the impact of Wretched Crown. But no, I'll take that win there. That was a fun run. I think that was actually the first time I played with Frail Edges, despite it generally being considered to be one of the softer curses for its point value. And so it was nice to take that and learn things like how... I mean, Juggler came in clutch for us, but wow, Frail Edges with Juggler was a tough one. I think normally you don't pick that. Triangle was clutch. We ended up with some decent items. We only played Hex once all game. I'm noticing that the spell items I don't end up getting much use out of, but sometimes that use is pretty clutch, like it was this time. It's nice knowing that they're there. Poultice was actually pretty clutch a few times this run, if I remember correctly. Not too many deaths overall, considering the Frail Edges juggler thing. I think both of these deaths were due to them attacking thorn enemies. Nice. I don't have too much else to say about this run. That was a really fun one. Really enjoying these slice and dice runs. Looking forward to continuing them. Am I supposed to click submit here? Does that remove? I already have a streak here. Yeah, I didn't think that did anything. Cool. Yeah, let's leave that here. I'm looking forward to starting up another unfair slice and dice run here soon, so stay tuned to the channel. And if you guys want to check out any of my other links or socials and stuff, check the description below. There's a Patreon, there's a whatchamacallit, I have a Discord. I actually have a website where I do articles every once in a while, and one of them is a slice and dice probability tables thing that a lot of people might be interested in checking out. Feel free to look at that, but for now, I will leave this here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy, everyone.